Okay, heto na nga no. Panoorin rin natin itong House Committee on Justice nung it's time or its turn ni Senator Marcoleta para magmanifest. At gusto niya sanang kausapin o interviewin o imbestigahan itong si Madriaga dyan sa House of Representatives, pero parang kinakampihan ni Luistro. Kinakampihan ng mga crocs diyan. Dito sa video na ipapakita ko sa inyo, ibubuking natin ang paano nila bini-baby itong si Madriaga. Paano nila ito kinampihan, no? Na para magbukhang may credibility. Kasi nagtataka ang taong bayan, bakit hindi pwedeng questionin ang credibility nitong si Madriaga? Kasi alam nila na gawa-gawa itong itong witness na ito. Gawa-gawa, sinungaling, kaya hindi mo pwedeng tanungin ng para lang daw kung gusto kang magtanong, anong tawag doon? Clarification lang sa affidavit. Pero hindi mo pwedeng tanungin ang credibility kung nagsasabi ba siya ng totoo o hindi. Ganyan sila kabayas dyan sa House of Representatives. Di ba? Pero bago ang lahat, bago natin yan panoorin, paki-like, paki-share itong video na ito ha. At subscribe na rin sa mga hindi pa nakasubscribe. So ito, ganito po, hinarang si Marcoleta dito sa gusto sanang mangyari ni ni Congressman Marcoleta, pero wala tayong magagawa kasi kinakampihan si Madriaga. Ito, panoorin natin.
Thank you, Madam.
You may proceed.
Two manifestations, ma'am. Number one is to present public records as to the background of the witness. Just
So-
information about the witness.
If that pertains to the credibility of resource person Ramil Madriaga,
Hindi mo pwedeng questionin ang credibility ni Ramil Madriaga. Ganyan sila sensitive dyan na proteksyonan si Madriaga.
will have to prevent you. With all due respect, Honorable
I will have to prevent you kaagad. Di ba? Taong bayan, kayo nang humusga dito sa mga asal nila.
Marcoleta.
Not really about the credibility, ma'am, but about the character of the witness.
The character and the
identity
credibility
of
are
the
one and the
witness.
same.
Yes, ma'am, if I may be allowed.
And therefore, you are not allowed because character is credibility.
Di ba? Ganyan lang kasimple ang proteksyon nila dito kay Madriaga. Grabe, ma'am, ang halata na ninyo. Kaya pala galit ang taong bayan sa inyo.
Ma'am, if I may clarify, prior to this hearing, I saw reports that you said that the purpose of this hearing is to test the credibility of Mr. Madriaga, but now we are now denying
At least
the
with
objective of
respect
this
to the
hearing.
contents of the affidavit.
Affidavit.
So long as it is contained in the affidavit, then we are confined in the limitations of a clarificatory hearing.
So ang manifestation, ma'am, should be confined only to the
We can test the
directive of the chair.
credibility so long as it is
Okay, ma'am.
limited to the contents
Okay, ma'am.
of the affidavit.
Then I will go to the second manifestation.
Okay.
This is also regarding the affidavit itself.
Okay, you may proceed.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. I have carefully reviewed the written testimony, and I am compelled, as member of this House and as a representative of the Filipino people, to formally place on the record observations that I believe this committee must confront before it receives, admits, or gives any weight to this document. The issues I will raise go not merely to credibility, but it is about the content of the affidavit itself. Number one, Madam Chair, I respectfully submit the following. Number one, the testimony is entirely uncorroborated and rests solely on the word of a detained criminal suspect.
You are touching on the credibility again.
Ma'am, but
And
this is
please,
about
it has
the
been amply discussed, Honorable Marcoleta, that
Hindi talaga makapurma si Marcoleta. Kahit anong gawin niya. Si Marcoleta siguro diyan 2-3 lang sila diyan na magkampihan. Sila ang dami nila yan, hindi talaga makapurma.
even suspects are presumed innocent, hindi pa po convicted si Ramil Madriaga, and he is entitled to that presumption. So let us refrain from making reference to the fact that he is detained in going against the contents of the affidavit.
Ano lang po ang pwede kong sabihin, ma'am?
Anything that is about,
Ang
that is
nangyayari kasi-
contained,
'Di ba? Natawa na lang si Congressman Marcoleta kasi parang wala na siyang pwedeng sabihin. Kahit anong sasabihin niya, haharangin ka agad. Ano bang klaseng hearing 'yan? Nasobrahan kayo sa sa pagkahalata na bias kayo, ma'am.
in the affidavit.
Madam Chair.
Ang gusto lang pong mapakinggan dito kay kung ano lang naayon sa mga miyembro dito. Paano po yung mga
You
posisyon
are-
naman na nasa kabila?
You're making mention about the fact that he is a detainee.
Imagine that one, ha? Paano nila nakokontrol dyan? Siya, committee chair yan si Luistro. Dapat sana, yung minority at majority dyan, o kung sino mang sang-ayon o hindi sang-ayon dyan kay Madriaga, dapat equal ang treatment niya. Pero kitang-kita mo dito ngayon sa posisyon ni Luistro na pumapanig na siya sa side ni Madriaga. Very obvious. Grabe.
Because of your intention to question his credibility. As you have said,
Anyway, sa 2028, wala naman kayo dyan. Di ba? Alam ko sa 2028, may araw rin kayo mga buhaya kayo.
Ma'am,
You want to
if I may be
tackle
allowed
his
to finish the
character?
statement. It's
Yes.
just, the one I mentioned is just a title. I'm not even going to the body of my...
Oh, binabantayan siya. Kahit hindi pa siya tapos nagsasalita sa kanyang statement, binabantayan.
My manifestation, ma'am. Ano, title pa lang po ang sinasabi ko. I'm being prevented
all right,
from
please
speaking.
proceed.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The written testimony makes sweeping and dramatic claims about alleged high-level private conversations between former President Rodrigo Duterte and others, including a purported agreement to use President Marcos merely as a political tool and unseat him by 2025, alleged plans to sabotage the administration of a sitting president, discussions about assassination by poisoning or other means, plans for a military coup and the siege of Malacanang Palace, and the witnesses' own alleged role in recruiting criminal syndicates, underworld gangs, and Mindanao mercenaries for a destabilization scheme. Madam Chairman, I ask this committee to carefully consider the following. Not a single one of these claims is supported by any document, any recording, any other named witness, or any contemporaneous written record of any kind. We are being asked to accept as evidence in a constitutional impeachment proceeding the bare and uncorroborated written recollections of a man
Parliamentary inquiry,
currently
Madam Chair.
detained for
There's a
kidnapping
parliamentary inquiry,
for
Honorable
ransom.
Hindi pa nga tapos, hinarang na kaagad, di ba?
Marcoleta, if I may
Parliamentary
interrupt.
inquiry, Madam Chair.
Yes, what's the
Madam
parliamentary
Chair, may I
inquiry?
know if member of this committee is allowed to make an observation?
A manifestation, ma'am, is tantamount to an
Honorable
observation.
Marcoleta, please allow the chair to answer. Non-members are allowed to manifest, but they cannot raise question, they cannot vote.
Thank you, ma'am. If I may
Grabe.
continue po.
You may continue.
We are being asked to accept as evidence in a constitutional impeachment proceeding the bare and uncorroborated written recollections of a man currently detained for kidnap for ransom, a man whom the PNP anti-kidnapping group officially described as the leader of one of the most dangerous criminal syndicates in recent Philippine history. The standard of evidence in an ordinary criminal case already demands corroboration of testimony from interested or compromised witnesses. The standard in an impeachment proceeding, which carries the gravest of political and constitutional consequences, must demand no less and arguably demands far more. Number two, Madam Chair, the witness places himself as an active participant in the very conspiracy he described. Madam Chairman, I wish to draw the committee's attention to a point that I believe has not been sufficiently examined. This witness is not a passive observer of the events he describes. By his own written account, he is an active and willing participant in them. According to this written testimony, if I may read, Madam Chair, the witness claims he was personally consulted by the former President, Duterte, and offered strategic advice. He personally recommended the creation of a dedicated security unit for the Vice President and identified its headquarters. He claims he was given specific assignments to recruit civil groups, school clubs, fraternities, underworld criminal gangs, and syndicates as part of an alleged plan to destabilize the government. He describes having knowledge of and apparent proximity to discussions about assassinations, coups, and the assault of the presidential palace. Madam Chair, if we take this testimony at face value, then the man sitting before this committee is not merely a witness. He is, by his own admission, a co-conspirator in a criminal enterprise of the highest order. He is a man who claims to have knowingly participated in plots that, if true, would constitute rebellion, sedition, and conspiracy to commit murder among the gravest crimes under Philippine law. This raises a question that this committee cannot in good conscience ignore. Why is this self-confessed co-conspirator being presented here as a credible witness rather than being investigated and prosecuted for the crimes he himself admits to participating in? And more importantly, has this witness been offered any form of immunity, protection, or accommodation in exchange for this testimony? If so, this committee and the Filipino people have an absolute right to know.
Ramil Madriaga stated earlier that his giving testimony to this committee is not in consideration of any offer coming from anyone.
I make a manifestation, Madam Chair.
The Honorable Chua.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, we are not accepting everything that Ramil Madriaga stated a while ago as gospel truth. We are here to make clarificatory question with respect to the affidavit that he executed. Now, that is for purposes of determination of probable cause. Now,
Pero kung si BP Sara yan, wala nang clarificatory. Si BP Sara, imbestigahan nyo ng credibility ni BP Sara. Pero kung si Madriaga, kung si Madriaga, clarificatory. Halatang halata naman kayong nagpuprotekta eh. Sis, pautot pa kayo.
the time will come, that is, pag papunta po tayo sa Senado, pag nagtuloy-tuloy na po sa trial, that is the time where we will test the credibility of the statement of the witness, which is Ramil Madriaga. There, during the hearing, pwede po siyang i-cross-examine ng mga abogado. At hindi po tayo ang magsasabi dito kung yung salita po niya ay totoo o hindi. Ang magsasabi po niyan ay yung mga senator judges na tatayong hukom sa Senado. Kaya ang trabaho lamang dito natin ay tingnan lang kung may probable cause. Kasi kung ang itetest na po natin yung credibility, that is already trial, Madam Chair. Kaya nga po kanina, lahat po ng mga miyembro, kung mapapansin po ninyo, halos nakatikim po ng objection sa ating Madam Chair dahil yung mga tanong po nila ay wala na sa affidavit at yun po ang tinatawag na proving question na. Kaya, Madam Chair, hindi po totoo na lahat po yun ay tinatanggap na po natin. Hindi po porke pinagbigyan natin si Ramil Madriaga na magsalita, ibig sabihin po yun na ang katotohanan. Malalaman po natin ang katotohanan pagdating po sa Senado. Maraming salamat po.
Alam nyo pala hindi hayaan nyo na magbotohan na kayo dyan. Di ba? Bakit kailangan nyo pa magdrama-drama dyan sa mga hearing nyo dyan? Halata na paninira yan kay BP Sara. Dinala nyo pa si Ramil Madriaga dyan. Di ba? Inaccept nyo na ang tunay na hearing ay nandoon sa Senado. Bakit hindi natin dalhin kaagad doon sa Senado? Di ba? Ganun lang kasimple. Pero kayo, nagpabida-bida pa kayo dyan sa hearing ninyo. Gusto kasi ninyo grandstanding. Mga utot ninyo.
Madam Chair.
Madam Chair.
Honorable De Lima, and then we go back to Honorable Marcoleta.
Gusto ko lang pong dagdagan yung sinabi ni Representative Chua.
Isa ka pa, Dilima.
Ang parang pinakapunto po ni Representative Marcoleta is that kapag co-conspirator ka o kaya insider ka, may mga alam ka dahil kasama ka sa mga gumawa ng kung mga ano-ano, ay hindi ka nakapanipaniwala. May I again cite a jurisprudential rule, Napoles versus Sandigan Bayan, GR number 224162, November 7, 2017, the Supreme Court ruled that the mere fact that the whistleblowers were conspirators themselves does not automatically render their testimonies incredible and unreliable. Kasi alam niyo po yung mga insiders, sila yung may mga alam. We can recall also, we can point out also the cases of in the case against the former president before the ICC, sila Edgar Matobato, sila Arthur Las Cañas. These are co-conspirators, these are insiders, but their testimonies are considered by the prosecutors, and that's why they are the star witnesses, among the star witnesses in that case. So hindi po yan tamang argument na kapag na alam mo, meron kang alam, kasi we can see from the testimony, the totality of the testimony, the supplemental affidavit of Mr. Madriaga, that he's an insider, well-entrenched, maraming alam. And in fact, yung pagiging insider, that bolsters one's credibility more often than not. Bolsters one's credibility. But sabi nga ni Representative Chua, hindi naman ibig sabihin ay paniniwalaan na natin lahat ng sinasabi ni Mr. Madriaga. Kasi ang sinasabi nga po dito, against Napoles versus Sandigan Bayan, if it is shown that the statements of the conspirator are corroborated by other evidence, then we have convincing proof of veracity. Even if the confirmatory testimony only applies to some particulars, we can properly infer that the witness has told the truth in other respects. Nakita naman natin yung kanyang willingness na pabuksan yung kanyang bank accounts, yung mga dummy bank accounts. Kaya nga siya nag-issue ng waiver. So ibig sabihin, willing siya na mag-present ng corroborative evidence. Ganon din yung tinanong ko po kanina tungkol dun sa apat na mga individuals. Although yung isa po, sabi niya ay namayapa na po. So yung tatlo, pwede rin po mag-corroborate. But not in this particular stage. Pwede sa trial kung kailangan ng corroborative evidence. Thank you.
Honorable Marcoleta.
Opo, if I may continue, Madam Chair.
Yes, I hope you are listening also to their manifestations.
Yes, ma'am.
because
I highly respect the opinion of
They
Congressman
are
De
in
Lima.
response to your statement that he is a conspirator in the alleged acts committed by the former president. This is actually tantamount to a declaration against interest. You may continue.
Number 3, the extraordinary nature of the claims demands an extraordinary standard of proof. Madam Chair, there is a principle recognized in law, in logic, and in common sense. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. The allegations in this written testimony are not ordinary. They include a sitting president being orchestrated as a puppet to be discarded on a predetermined schedule. Presidential assassination by poisoning as a contingency plan. A coordinated military coup involving active and retired AFP and PNP officers. the planned siege and assault of Malacanang Palace by hard militants and mercenaries, and the recruitment of underworld criminal networks to trigger civil unrest. These are not allegations, Madam Chair, of budgetary irregularities or administrative lapses. These are allegations of a massive, multi-layered conspiracy, criminal conspiracy at the highest levels of Philippine political and military life. If true, they would represent the most serious threat to Philippine democracy in recent memory. And yet, they are presented to this committee supported by nothing more than a handwritten account from a man facing serious criminal charges
If I
of his
may
own.
interrupt, Honorable Marcoleta, regardless of the nature and the amount of information that is being disclosed in the affidavits of the resource persons, our standard here is only probable cause.
Thank you,
So
Madam.
let it be placed on
Di talaga makapurma si Marcoleta.
record
Grabe.
that what we're trying to establish here is the existence only of probable cause. That is regardless of the amount and the nature of the information disclosed.
Madam Chair.
Honorable Tino.
Madam Chair, the Honorable Marcoleta just mentioned that he is reacting to a handwritten account, a mere handwritten account of Madriaga. Pwede po, if may I ask the representative to read that part of his statement again?
May I correct that kung ayaw mo ng handwritten, typewritten.
Hindi po. Sinabi nyo sa statement nyo, he's reacting to a
For
handwritten
accuracy, that handwritten was never accepted in the committee.
Actually, I have in
my
me-
point precisely, Madam
Yes.
Chair.
I have in
Nag-react
me
siya. Alam ko rin po yung
two
handwritten.
copies of the
I have the floor,
affidavit.
Madam Chair.
One handwritten
Can
and
we hear
one
first the Honorable
typewritten.
Tino?
I have the floor, Madam Chair.
Yes.
Di talaga makapurma si Senator Marcoleta. Di ba? Nagtulungan na sila dyan para lang masira si BP Sara.
Yes.
You may proceed.
I am aware of that handwritten account. Umikot po yan sa social media kahapon. May mga photos ng handwritten account allegedly by Mr. Madriaga na ang nilalaman ay tungkol sa sinasabi niya, no, yung alleged destabilization plot. However, Madam Chair, malinaw na hindi yan bahagi ng proceeding na
That's
ito.
correct.
No, ang pinag-uusapan po natin ay yung sworn supplemental
Hindi na nila in-include yon yung handwritten. Kasi alam nilang dihado sila doon eh. Bias talaga.
affidavit
That's correct.
ni Mr. Madriaga.
In fact, it was asked by the Honorable Ko and the Chair answered that it is not part of...
Tingnan nyo, kinampihan kaagad si Tinio, nitong si Luistro. Kapag imbes na ikaw, neutral ka lang, Luistro, halatang halata na kumakampi ka.
of our proceeding today.
Precisely, Madam Chair. Therefore, his whole manifestation is out of order, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair, I have here.
Okay, let's hear the response of the Honorable Marcoleta.
Opo, Madam.
Are you referring really to the handwritten?
to both the handwritten and the typewritten? I have
But
two
you
here.
cannot refer to
On,
the
in my-
handwritten because it is not
in my
part of our
possession.
proceeding.
Anyway,
So you have to make up your mind. Is that manifestation pertaining to the handwritten or the computerized
okay, allow me to
affidavit?
make a correction to refer to the handwritten affidavit. If this satisfies
So you are
to
referring to the
typewritten.
handwritten.
To the typewritten. Typewritten. Does that satisfy the Honorable Tino?
There are only two affidavits
Di ba? Tama naman si Marcoleta eh.
that are part of the proceeding of our impeachment hearing. The first affidavit that is computerized and the supplemental affidavit that is computerized as well. So please state for the record and be certain which document are you referring to in your manifestation.
For this purpose, ma'am, I'm referring to the supplemental affidavit here.
In other words, you stand corrected
No, Madam Chair.
when you made mention about a handwritten.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry about the handwritten term.
All right.
Well, let me just point out na
Honorable Tino.
hindi po eksakto at hindi pareho ang dilalaman
That's correct.
nung supplemental at saka nung
Tingnan nyo, that's correct kaagad. Hindi pa nga tapos nagsalita si Tinio, that's correct.
sinasabi niyang handwritten. Kaya
Opo.
Ganyan sila kabayas dyan.
hindi po pwedeng sabihin lang ni Representative Marcoleta, well, I'm actually referring to the
Okay, so please make
supplemental.
sure
When
that
I-
your manifestation
Opo.
is contained or part of the computerized two
Yes, ma'am.
affidavits of the resource person.
Opo,
You may continue.
the whole content of my manifestation refers to the supplemental affidavit.
That is a correction to what you have said earlier.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Please continue.
Madam Chair.
The Honorable Joboy Aquino and then Honorable Abante.
Madam Chair, can we limit
Yes, we are actually limited to 5 minutes per justice member. And I think you are on your 4
Ma'am,
minutes already.
Yes, ma'am.
So, with your indulgence, Honorable Marcoleta, please wind up on your
Yes, ma'am.
manifestation. You have 1 minute to wind up.
Yes. Madam Chairman, the weight of the claim must be matched by the weight of the evidence. As it stands, there is a vast and troubling gap between the two. Lastly, the timing and circumstances of this testimony raise serious questions of motive. Madam Chair, I also wish to place on record my serious concern about the timing and context of this testimony. The document is dated April 11, 2024, if I'm not mistaken, ma'am. It might be corrected on the exact date. April
Comsec,
11?
can you please confirm it if the date is April 11, 2026?
Of the supplemental affidavit.
The date of the supplemental affidavit.
May I confirm the exact date?
Kindly confirm the date. Okay, it's confirmed April 11, 2026. April 11 ba?
Okay.
Akin. Please continue, Honorable Marcoleta.
Okay, ma'am. Winding up. Let me skip that part, ma'am.
Okay,
Kasi
skip.
ang akala ko, this is 2024. Anyway,
Madam Chair,
Let us allow him to finish. After all, he has 1 minute left. 30 seconds na nga lang.
this is very critical in the statement made by Representative Marcoleta because he said April 11.
Talagang pinagtulungan si Marcoleta dyan. Hindi makaporma.
In 2024. And if we can go back to the records and confirm that is what
Yes, that's
what
why I
was
said
said.
it's April 11, 2026.
kaya
I
nga po
corrected
kinoconfirm
Honorable
ko,
Marcoleta.
Representative Sendanya, that's why I'm verifying the actual date of the supplemental affidavit.
So
Are you holding a copy?
Opo.
What is the date written in your copy?
It's rather, the reproduction is rather unclear, madam.
No, it's the date of signing and the date of jurat. It's April 11, 2026. Taguig City. Where did you
Okay.
get your 2024?
Dito po kasi tinignan ko sa taas eh. In witness whereof, I have here unto set my
It's
hand.
2026.
Opo. Parang
The
na...
date of signing.
Opo, opo. Anyway,
Madam Chair, this page is on page 24. So I hope that the good gentleman would look closely at the document.
yes,
because
I
we're
am
making this reference.
actually
Thank you, Madam Chair.
skipping that.
Kindly wind up,
okay.
Honorable Marcoleta.
Okay. Specifically, I respectfully urge the committee through a manifestation to require the following before receiving this written testimony into record and giving it any substantial evidentiary weight. Number one, disclosure of whether the witness has been offered, promise, or expecting any form of
It was
legal
answered
accommodation.
already by Ramil Madriaga during the clarificatory hearing.
Yes, ma'am. Number two, identification of at least one independent, documentary, or corroborating piece of evidence that supports any single material
It will
claim
be the exclusive
in this written
judgment
testimony.
of the justice members in the determination of probable cause.
Number three, ma'am, clarification of how the witness, a man detained since July 2023, came to have knowledge of and access to the specific details he describes and how those details can be independently verified.
That will be a probing question already. It should happen in the trial.
It's not a question, ma'am.
Grabe. Binabantayan talaga siya ni Luistro. Ang trabaho sana ng committee chair, makinig lang eh. Di ba? Pero siya, binabantayan talaga niya si Marcoleta na hindi makaporma.
But
And
that
number one.
is a statement as to what the Justice Committee should do, and it goes beyond the clarificatory hearing already.
Opo.
If you were observing earlier, I've been stopping the questions of so many members to make sure that we confine this proceeding to a clarificatory hearing. So please,
Yes,
do
ma'am.
not suggest something that will go beyond
Yes, ma'am.
the intention of this proceeding.
And if I may take note, ma'am, the chair already called out most of the members of the committee into stating probing questions.
And you are suggesting probing actions also. The last one that you read. Unless you don't understand what you
It's a
read.
request, ma'am. It's a request. It's not
That
a
is
probing
why
question.
I am reacting to your request because your request entails probing action already.
Opo, and if I may make this observation, ma'am, halos 20 po ang kinall out po ninyo na nagpo-probe, probing questions. I don't know if the committee can still continue with a hearing na hindi nakapagtanong ng probing questions without violating with the confining to the standards of a hearing without going to a full trial. Kasi puro halos 20
This
na.
is not a trial.
Oo nga, bakit po puro probing questions ang ating tinanong? Halos 25 po yata
And
ang
that is
kinall out
why
ninyo.
we are preventing.
Kasi takot kayo na mabulyaso si Madriaga. Takot kayong mabulyaso si Madriaga sa tanong ng tanong kasi hindi po consistent si Madriaga. Lumusot na nga yung kanina kay Ridon 3 to 4 years. Ay, hindi pala, 6 to 7 years.
The justice members from raising or pursuing the probing questions.
Yes, ma'am. And if, I don't know if this is probing again, if I may be furnished a full accounting of who assisted the witness in preparing, drafting, or delivering this written testimony, and whether any party with an interest in the outcome of this proceeding was involved in that process.
I think that has been answered by Madriaga already during our clarificatory hearing.
And my final remark, Madam. Madam Chair, the impeachment of a sitting constitutional officer is among the gravest acts this House can perform. It must rest on a foundation of truth, verified, corroborated, and credible truth. A written account from a detained suspect containing sweeping and unverified allegations of
You are touching
assassination.
again on the credibility of the resource person. With all due respect, Honorable Marcoleta.
Madam Chair, I move to strike off from the records the remarks of Representative Marcoleta
There is a
pertaining to
motion to
credibility.
Grabe, no? Grabe talaga yung pag-kampi nila kay Madriaga. Wow! Harap-harapan yan ng bayan na ito. Ng taong bayan. Harap-harapan. Obvious na obvious, kinampihan ninyo yung kriminal.
Strike out from the record pertaining to the statements pertaining to the credibility of the witness. Is there any second?
Grabe.
Same has been seconded. Any objection? Hearing none, the motion is approved. Please strike out from the record all statements of the Honorable Marcoleta pertaining to the credibility of resource person Ramil Madriaga.
Grabe.
Baka po walang matira doon, Mama. Sana yung final lang kasi
Nagtawanan na nga yung mga tao dyan. Walang natira yung sinabi. Inerase lahat. Di ba?
Please,
Nag-ano na talaga.
wala nang-
understand
at
that
least the
issues
Filipino
concerning
people are watching
credibility
kahit na pina-strike out niyo yung mga
must be
statements ko.
raised in the trial
Ma'am,
and not in this
ma'am,
clarificatory
when you were
hearing.
interviewed before the media, ma'am, sinabi nyo you're here to test the credibility
Please
of the
confine
witness.
your
Madam Chair,
manifestation
point of
to what
order.
is happening in this.
Nilipahiya ka, di ba? Sa interview, ang bula-bula mo kay Karen Davila. Naalala po nyo pa yon? Tama yung sinabi ni Senator Marcoleta. You are here to test the credibility of Madriaga. Pero ngayon, lahat kung sinong mag-try to question, probing questions na kagad. Ha? Questioning the credibility. Halatang halata na pinoprotektahan ninyo. So tamang-tama lang na hindi pumunta si BP Sara dyan.
Proceeding.
Madam Chair, point
The
of
Honorable
order.
Diaz Suarez.
Are we backpedaling?
With the permission of Congressman Marcoleta, I think we've given the gentleman enough and sufficient time to explain and expound on his position. we still have so many matters to discuss and so many resource persons have been waiting.
Ito mga congressman na ito, iiyak ito pagdating sa Senado kasi si BP Sara hindi yan mai-impeach. Tingnan mo.
So may I ask the indulgence of the good congressman if we can already put and conclude his position and move on with our hearing because Madam Chair, it's 3:45 in the afternoon.
Okay.
So
We have given him more than 10 minutes already, although the same is protracted.
Binigyan nyo nga ng 10 minutes pero hinaharang naman ninyo kaagad. Hindi makapurma yung tao.
Ako lang naman ang opposing oppositors. Pagbigyan nyo na ako.
Again, I would like
That is not a parameter at all, Honorable
Anyway,
Marcoleta.
one
We are
sentence.
equal in this impeachment proceeding. We do not look as to the political affiliation of the justice members. We are investigators here, conducting a clarificatory
Investigators pero kinampihan na ninyo yung in-investigate ninyo? Anong klaseng investigation yan?
hearing for only one purpose. That is the determination of probable cause.
Thank you, ma'am. My final sentence.
Last sentence. Please be so guided.
The Filipino people are watching this proceeding. They are watching to see whether this committee will hold itself to the standard that the Constitution and the gravity of this moment demand. I am confident that the honorable members of this committee are fully capable of meeting this standard. I make this manifestation in faithful service to this institution, to the truth, and to the Filipino people. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Di ba? Nang ang taong bayan, nag-o-observe lang yan ang taong bayan sa mga ginagawa nyo dyan sa House Committee on Justice. Ang gusto ng taong bayan, questionin itong si Madriaga para alam po natin ang katotohanan kung totoo ba na bagman siya. E bakit yung mga tanong na i-test natin yung tao sa nilagay niya na affidavit, hindi pwede. Hindi naman natin alam na yung affidavit na sinulat niya ay puro yun kasinungalingan. That's why we have to question the credibility of the resource person. Ganyan ba ang tamang hearing ninyo? O ganyan ba ang tamang pag in-invite nyo pa? Ano, what's your purpose para i-invite nyo dyan tapos hindi natin pwedeng questionin sa affidavit niya? Anong tawag nyo doon? Paninira kay VP Sara. Di ba? Pinatawag ninyo yung tao pero hindi pwedeng questionin. Clarificatory lang. I-clarify mo lang. Yun lang. Di ba? So, nagmumukha pong halata at wala na talaga. Parang ang taong bayan galit na galit sa inyo eh. Oh, tingnan nyo ngayon sa social media. I-observe nyo ang mga post ng taong bayan. Galit sila. Galit sila sa ginagawa ng Committee on Justice dyan sa House. Oh, kasi alam ng taong bayan ng lahat ng ito ay panlilin lang sa crisis ngayong dinadaanan ng tao. Alam nila ng taong bayan na takot kayo kay BP Sara maging presidente na sa 2028. Hindi nyo pwedeng pigilan kung ano o kung sino ang gusto ng taong bayan na maging presidente sa 2028. Kayong mga binoto dyan, kayong mga representatives dyan, sabi ko sa inyo, I think that will be your last sa 2028. Di na kayo mananalo. Di na kayo mananalo. Ewan ko na lang ha, kung itong impeachment ni BP Sara ay uusad ito. Pero sa tingin ko malabo. Talagang ginagawa nila ang lahat para lang hindi maging presidente si BP Sara. Okay? So kayo mga audience ko dito ha, alam ko bawat isa sa inyo may sarili rin kayong idea, opinion sa ating topic. Mag-comment kayo at babasahin natin yan sa comment section. Paki-like at saka paki-share itong video natin para kakalat ito sa taong bayan. At sa mga hindi pa nakasubscribe sa akin, mag-subscribe na po kayo kasi lagi tayong nag-a-update, okay? Para ano naman, ma-notify kayo kapag meron tayong mga breaking news na kagaya nito. Okay? See you in my next video. Have a great day, have a great night. God bless po sa ating lahat. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas and God save the Philippines. Bye-bye!
Dawn must be dead, dawn must be dead. You must be dead. Dawn must be dead, dawn must be dead. Must be dead. Si Don man, dito na laging nakaabang. Hatid ang balita mula umaga hanggang gabi. Politika sa Pinas, bawat galaw na susubaybayan kasama.